Ladies and gentlemen, commissioners, the August 27th regular meeting of the Village Council of Forest Park will come to order. We begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you are able, please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's call the roll.
Yes. Commissioner Maxim? Here. Commissioner Nero?
Here.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven?
Here.
Commissioner Vogt? Here. Mayor Hoskins?
Here. Okay, approval of the minutes from the regular meeting of the council from October 14th. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxam. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Discussion? All right, there's no discussion. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim?
Aye.
Commissioner Nero?
Abstain.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven?
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt?
Abstain.
Mayor Hoskins?
Aye. All right, we're at public comment. All right, no public comment this evening. All right, commissioners, there are no formal communications on tonight's agenda. Under department reports, there's one fire department report from September. Any comments or reaction to the fire department report? Okay. We're at bills by resolution. Deputy Clerk, whenever you are ready.
Be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Forest Park, Cook County, Illinois, that we dispense with the reading of the individual bills inasmuch as each department head has approved and signed bills in the following aggregate amount for their respective departments. Refunds and allocations, $12,340.38. Public Affairs, $24,947.37. Police Department, $7,980.40. Community Center, $7,209.28. Accounts and Finance, Clerk's Office, $34,628.53. Fire Department, $2,355.48. Department of Health and Safety, $5,608.90. Streets and Public Improvements, $35,804.53. Public Property, $43,437.32. Seizure, $730.06. Police DUI, $135. Federal Customs, $6,416.41. TIF, $2,724. VIP, $42,509.16. Water Department, $381,837.16 for a total of $608,663.98.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. Commissioners, is there a motion to adopt the resolution on the bills?
I will make the motion.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Maxham. Is there a second?
Nero, second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Nero. Deputy Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt,
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is Resolution 106-25.
Okay, moving down to new business. The first item is an ordinance authorizing the execution of an addendum to an agreement between Red Speed Illinois LLC and the village for services related to automated traffic law enforcement system. These are cameras. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxham. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Discussion? All right, there's no discussion. Madam Deputy Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt,
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is ordinance 45-25.
Commissioners, next item is an ordinance authorizing the village to borrow funds from the public water supply loan for the lead service replacement project. This is for stage 3 of the project. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Melvin Ragoven. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Vogt. Discussion? Commissioner Maxim.
I just have a question about the language in the ordinance where it says the following. It says, the village is only seeking a loan for which 100% principal forgiveness or some lesser amount is available, and to the extent that principal forgiveness is an amount satisfactory to the village is not available and provided, the village has determined it will not be seeking this. So how do we define amount satisfactory to the village? You know, if it's not 100%, what are we saying is the amount satisfactory?
So similar to the last two loans that we got, they were less than what we had initially passed the ordinance for. So that would be satisfactory to the village.
Maybe I could. Similar to the first two stages that we did, this is the maximum amount because we have to publish notice in the paper to create that 30-day backdoor referendum. Until you work up the specs of what that project is and understand the scope of the work, you really don't know what that number is. And you'll decide that at that time when that comes before you.
Okay, so we don't have to specify now, you know, like it's 70% is our satisfactory amount, just.
You do not have to specify that.
Okay.
And you don't have the information to do that right now.
Correct. Okay.
Any further discussion? Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is ordinance 46-25.
Commissioners, next item is an ordinance appointing Letitia Olmsted as village treasurer. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Maxim. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Discussion? All right, there's no discussion. Deputy Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt. Aye. Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is ordinance 47-25.
All right, let's have the ceremony. We got Tish a tiara, but she didn't bring the tiara.
Oh, darn. Congratulations.
All right, Commissioners, the next item is a resolution approving the execution of an intergovernmental agreement for the provision of environmental health inspection services. Is there a motion?
Nero make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Nero. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? All right, there's no discussion. Deputy Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven? Aye. Commissioner Vogt? Aye. Mayor Hoskins?
Aye.
This is resolution 107-25.
All right, Commissioners, next item is a resolution authorizing the contract award for the 2025 sidewalk program to Robert Andreas and Sons, Inc. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Is there a second? It's been seconded by Commissioner Vogt. Discussion? All right, there's no discussion. Madam Deputy Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim?
Aye.
Commissioner Nero?
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven?
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt? Mayor Hoskins?
Aye.
This is resolution 108-25.
Commissioners, next item is a resolution a resolution authorizing the approval of pay request number 7 for the AMI water meter replacement project to Verigy Central LLC. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Vogt. Discussion? All right, there's no discussion. Deputy Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim?
Aye.
Commissioner Nero?
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven?
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt?
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins?
Aye.
This is resolution 109-25.
All right, Commissioners, the next item is a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of the application for the Green Infrastructure Grant opportunities for fiscal year 2026 with the IEPA, and this is geared towards the Constitution Court parking lot. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Vogt. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Discussion? Commissioner Maxim.
I have a few questions. My first question is we won't be penalized if we apply and then end up not accepting the grant, correct? Okay. My second question is, and I mentioned this to you before the meeting, that it says in the application that the money is coming from the general fund, and you indicated that that's not where it's coming from, that may have been a mistake in the application?
Yeah, I can have that corrected.
Okay.
This was, that was the draft copy for approval by the councils to submit. So the grant is due November 5th of 2025. So I'll just make note to make sure that we fix that in the grant application.
Okay. And then these are some questions. If you don't have answers to them tonight, I'm okay with them, but I do need answers before we accept this. And this, you said that maybe Sal would have better answers. And these are about the sort of status of the parking lot right now. In terms of like, does it need to be redone right now? You know, how much more useful life do we have on it? What other options are there for patching it up if that needs to be done? How much would that cost? You know, kind of questions like that to figure out if we're, you know, if it needs to be fixed.
So the east section of the parking lot was redone about 4 or 5 years ago when they did the water main down Thomas Avenue. The west side was not done. The west side structures are crumbling, so that needs to be fixed. And the asphalt is in disarray. We've been patching it with just, you know, pothole patching. But the whole thing needs to be done. If you were to redo the whole thing in asphalt, restriping it and grinding it and then doing the whole thing, it would be probably half of the cost what it would cost for the grant. But when you look at long-term, doing it in pavers, it's going to last 50 or more years to do it in pavers compared to maybe 10 years or more to do it in asphalt. The maintenance is less. You don't have to keep up with potholes and so on. You have special color pavers that you could put for your lanes instead of having to paint it every a couple of years or every year. You only have to take out the aggregate every 3 to 5 years and replace it. It's going to take in gallons of water, of rainwater, and so on. So, but to do it in asphalt, it's half the cost. Yes.
And then I just want to make sure I got it right. So you said that the maintenance would be less with this than it would be with asphalt and would last longer.
Yes.
Okay.
It would last 3 to 4 times longer.
Thank you.
Yeah, if I could add, in 2023 and 2024, when we had particularly heavy rains, on Thomas, there were a number of residents that, I worked with to get FEMA funding for damage in their homes, due to flooding in their basements. And, because we still have the combined sewers in that area. So, the work that we're doing that's on our agenda tonight for the alley improvements, and this would go a long way to help that until we're able to do sewer separation as well.
I just also want to mention, this is just for the grant application, so we'll have to certainly pay Burke for putting the application together and for the work on that. But for the actual project, we will likely not see bills until fiscal year 27 or 28, because the project won't get done until the grant is approved, and then that would come back, the award has to come, and then we would come back to the council to decide if you wanted to accept the award, and then we would have to go to bid for everything. So as far as a majority of the project's funding, it's not coming out of this year. It'll be limited to what work Burke has done in the actual filing of the application.
I have
Yeah.
one.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
No,
Go ahead. Okay, I also had noticed that it said the general fund, and you said that's not right. Where
VIP.
VIP?
can I make one final comment?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say, it sounds great. I would love to see Constitution Court redone. My questions just come from an abundance of caution and concern about our financial priorities, and, environmental things are definitely something that's high up there, but, and so I'm saying this is a good idea. I want to apply for this, it sounds great. But that's where my questions are coming from, is from my concern about, the finances and the needs of every department. So it's not that I'm saying I hate this project. I'm saying, yes, let's apply and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Commissioner Nero, are you promoting the idea of using granite pavers? Is that why you're wearing a granite
Granite pavers. Oh,
levity, Commissioner?
gotcha.
You didn't say anything tonight. Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt,
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution 110-25.
All right, Commissioners, next item is a resolution to approve and authorize the execution of a professional engineering services proposal for construction engineering with Burke Engineering for the 2025 sidewalk improvement project. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And seconded by Commissioner Vogt. Discussion. All right, there's no discussion. Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt,
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution 111-25.
All right. All right, Commissioners, next item is a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District for the Green Alley, excuse me, for the Green Alley Project number 3. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Vogt. Discussion. All right, there's no discussion. Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution 112-25.
All right, Commissioners, the last item under new business is a motion seeking approval of a raffle permit, and this is with the Oak Park Windmills Softball Group. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
It's been moved by Commissioner Maxham. Is there a second?
Sure, Nero second.
All right, it's been seconded by Commissioner Nero. Discussion? Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt. Oh, Commissioner Mellon McGovern,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. All right, Commissioners, that concludes our regular business for this evening. We're at Administrator's Report.
Last week, I had the opportunity to attend the IPELRA conference. I just want to say thank you to the council for that opportunity. It was very informative when it comes to issues in HR, not only from an HR personnel perspective, which right now I'm filling, but just as the village administrator to know what's up to date with, the Fair Labor Standards Act and FMLA and other leaves and laws that take place in regards to HR. So thank you for that opportunity last week. I just want to take a quick moment to thank our staff. I know we do this often, but in this particular case, I just want to point out that right now, 6 of our 7 departments are operating shorthanded. In particular, the clerk's office, the last 3 weeks has been operating with 3 bodies less than they normally do. We had a retirement, a promotion, and a medical absence. And so staff has been working overtime. I can say that for all of our departments. And I just really wanted to say thank you to everybody who has been putting in so much time and so much effort because they really love Forest Park and they want to make sure that we're doing the best that we can. So we are working on getting our staffing up to where it needs to be. But I just wanted to give a very special thank you to staff, particularly in the clerk's office the last several weeks. Speaking of the clerk's office, our plan is to reopen the window. Right now, we're closed from 2 to 3 p.m. Our plan is to reopen the window on Monday. So we'll have we'll have a better staffing grasp upstairs that we'll be able to open the window back so that we'll be open from 2 to 3 p.m. That's all I've got for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Administrator Etler. Okay, we're at Commissioner Reports. Commissioner Maxham.
Yeah, I went to the West Central Municipal Conference Annual Dinner and had the pleasure of sitting with the 2 chiefs. That was enjoyable. I managed to convince one of them I'd never heard of the band Iron Maiden, and I won't say which one of them I convinced. And then on a much more serious note, there's a food crisis impending with SNAP benefits being eliminated for the month of November. So I am asking anyone who listens to this meeting or hears this message to donate food to the food pantry at the community center. The Forest Park fridge we maintain separately, and we rely on other sources and contributions and grab and go meals. But the food pantry is really hurting for food to give to residents. So Brenda has much more information about that. And I'm not sure what the best way is to call the community center and ask how to get that information and what you guys need. But it's a real crisis, and Kiwanis is organizing to help them, but they really could use that assistance to help needy families. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxham. Commissioner Nero.
Yeah, a few things. Probably sounds more like a broken record with some of this stuff, but just some perspective. So we get a lot of phone calls. I'm sure you guys do too. As elected officials, certainly staff, from a public health and safety standpoint with rodent control in the neighborhood. And I know that it might be an eye roll for the several folks that show up here and participate, but for those folks that zoom in or pay attention to this, it's been an issue. And the thing that jumps off the page at me every single time there's a complaint is it's that active participation piece. There's we're a community of 14,000 strong here, and yet we are relying heavily on the acts of few to manage a pretty significant issue. Now, that being said, we're making some good progress, no doubt, with all of the calls and all the issues. I mean, just like today was a perfect example. Garbage night is Wednesday night, right? And so if you see your neighbors putting trash out like on Sunday night, that's a problem, right? And it only takes a conversation maybe. And we have a lot of renters in town, right? There's a lot of renters. And sometimes people just don't know But what happens then is that trash is out there all week on Sunday, and then on Tuesday, another bag goes out, now the lid doesn't close. And then you have issues, right? You have issues with rodents and nastiness, and people are waking up at 6, 5:30, 7 in the morning, go to work, and they see things in their alley that isn't very pleasant from you know, from a rodent control standpoint. And it doesn't look like we're doing anything about it, right? And so that's the big issue. And so we could do, and we are, and staff and is working tirelessly with Smithereen 6 days a week in most cases. But I think for this particular commission report, here's some of the things that are going on, because we are seeing some progress. But again, to move the needle as we get into, like, you know, leaf fall and, you know, you got gourds and pumpkins and all that kind of stuff that go out for Halloween and Thanksgiving and extra food scrap and things like that can compound the issue if it's not addressed. Got it, right? So on average, there's about 10 to 15 court appearances per month, right? On average. And those are tickets given to folks that don't keep their lawn maintained, have a bunch of rubbish or debris or dunnage in the backyard and things like that. Don't close their garbage can lids, right? Have trash spewing out. You get the idea. About 10 to 15. Just from August to today, there's been 148 citations written. So that's like 50 per month. So that you think, oh man, we're doing a really good job, but we're citing our own residents, for heaven's sake. And so that's kind of like good, but it's kind of sad in the same point that we have to do that to control the problem. So something to really think about there. I really think there's two things here. We've stepped up enforcement for sure, but we have to keep the village clean, respectable, and really rat free, if you can imagine. So it takes us all doing our part. I think we get that. And I think we'll see it slow down as the winter months approach and things get cooled off. So another stat I want to throw at you is from a Making a Difference standpoint. New reports are down by 70%, 75% since August. That's people calling in, phoning in over the average. We've got 77 bait stations in the neighborhood. And as far as rat food consumption, poison, we have distributed and maintained and replenished more rat control poison in the last 8 weeks than we did all of 2024. All of 2024. So there's a big push to control the issue. But again, the message here is it can't just be the work of a few to move the needle. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about, we'll switch gears, talk about zoning updates. Oh, this is a good one. Zoning updates. Right. That's my department. Thanks for reminding me last time I was here. I appreciate that. The property tax revenue is one of the biggest generators for revenue in the Village of Forest Park, right? For sure. And so the zoning updates are a real big key component of that, because it allows for folks to come in and build and live and have homes here in town, right? To increase perhaps density in town. So I will tell you that, and I mentioned this last time, and this has been a couple of weeks now, but that home that was on the market, it had 3-day market time. And this is the one that's on the corner of Adams and Circle. I think you're familiar with it. We had a 3-day market time. It closes tomorrow. It will be the highest, how do I say that? Be the most expensive house sold in Forest Park to date. So that's fantastic. That's great. That means people want to come and move here. So we have to provide the inventory, right? So we could take advantage of some of that property tax revenue that we so desperately need. Yeah. As far as the zoning updates are concerned, we are really moving in the right direction between staff and our planner and our engineers working together to bring these zoning changes to fruition so we can get them back in front of the council, back to the PZC. And I expect us to see some kind of documentation, hopefully by next week, that we'll be able to review. There's been a lot of effort and energy to present these changes, understand some of the concerns and questions that were brought up into a comprehensive kind of packet that's easy to understand, inclusive of some outreach, right? Some outreach into where we can kind of explain to the residents outside of this forum that doesn't attract a whole lot of people all the time, right? I know residents are concerned, especially with zoning map and zoning changes, some outreach there to help explain some of those changes as well. So really excited about that over the next couple of weeks. and I hope you are too, but not as excited as much as I'm excited about Original Steaks and Hoagies opening up in town, right? The old, coming up, was that the old Yum Thai over at Papa John's there? We get Philly cheesesteaks in Chicago. That's going to work out well. So super excited. I think they're opening up this week. Maybe Wednesday is a soft opening, perhaps. Don't quote me on that one, but I'll be in there for a cheesesteak. You can guarantee it. I had to report, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner Nero. Commissioner Mellon Ogoven.
Thank you. Just briefly, the Traffic and Safety Commission met recently. I just want to remind everybody that it's the third Wednesday of the month here in Village Hall. We talk about pedestrian, bike, and traffic safety, and soon we're going to be having a report to the council about the activities that we have been working on. We've been working on our strategic plan and have made some great progress. So we'll be putting that on the agenda in the coming weeks. I met with the Environmental Commission and talked about the work I have been doing with the program, the Chicago Academy of Sciences, and a project that I would like to engage them with sustainable leaf collection. And I attended with the Forest Park Arts Alliance a meeting of the Illinois Arts Alliance, which is as it says, a statewide commission engaging arts organizations across the state outside of the city of Chicago to talk about engaging arts organizations in the work of cities and towns across our state, and how the arts build community and engage business and create networks of people and engage the economy across our state. There was a regional meeting in the western suburbs, and this is an ongoing process of strategic planning and to highlight the role of the arts in our state. It was a very engaging meeting, and I enjoyed being with the Forest Park Arts Alliance to highlight the work that's going on in Forest Park and the western suburbs. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Vogt.
Thanks. This weekend, the Village and the Park District were honored with an Intergovernmental Cooperation Award from the Illinois Association of Park Districts, as you can see here. The award recognized the amazing transformation of our pocket parks. I think it was about 5 years ago when Tim Gillian, who was the administrator at the time, and I sat down to discuss the village-owned parks and the long overdue updates that they all needed. And Tim had been an advocate for leasing the parks to the Park District for some time. And it made a lot of sense to me, and I believe in the magic of the right place and the right time, and this was one of those times. And so, led by Tim's advocacy and Director Jackie Ivanelli's leadership, staff support, and those elected Park District and village officials who put the best interests of the community first, we now have three fully renovated parks in our community, and they are now always very active. I don't know if you've driven by any of them recently, but they're always bustling with kids running around and playing, and they are now also safer and more inclusive, and they're lovely. So it was an honor to join the Park District at the awards gala, and I am so grateful for their amazing work renovating the parks and for their continued partnership year after year. And I will say that all of our fellow taxing bodies are doing amazing work in our community and are so supportive of each other. So it's truly a testament to the fact that when we're working together, wonderful things really do happen. So that was a very nice weekend event to attend. And then this past Thursday, we planted a tree near Field Stevenson, and we're delighted to have, it was the garden clubs join us from the school. Director Stella organized the lovely event as a part of our grant from Trees Forever. He shared information about trees and how to plant them and had some trivia questions for the group. And we were all quite impressed with how many of the students knew almost all of the answers. They were very smart about their trees. It was a chilly morning, but very lovely. And I want to thank Trees Forever and Director Stella for all of his work. And then also the rec board members, Amy Benz Calvi, Megan Hunt, and Kate Linney for helping us plant the tree. And then obviously the students and teachers from Field Stevenson, Public Works, the library who came, residents, and Commissioner Mellon Rigovan. It was a great event. And then last thing, I want to remind everyone that our 3rd annual Pumpkin Smash is scheduled for Saturday, November 8th from 10 to 1. The hours have changed a little bit this year. We're now starting at 10 a.m. So please make a note of that. And we look forward to seeing all of you there.
Thank you, Commissioner Vogt. All right. Commissioners, you probably know that the legislature has returned to Springfield for the 2nd week of their fall veto session. This week, they're expected to take up funding and transit governance for the possible consolidation of the 3 transit agencies, CTA, PACE, and Metra. We've been monitoring this pretty much for the last year with an eye towards safety improvements that will impact ridership. And because we hear it from our residents and we hear it from our first responders. So last week, we met with staff in the Cook County Board President's office. And she had her leadership team there, her Springfield leadership team. And they were joined by one of the 2 transit unions. The unions who serve CTA are represented by what's called the Amalgamated Transit Union. So they have Local 308 and 241. We've been in contact with both of them, either in Springfield or here in Chicago. And what the unions are calling for is the expansion of the CTA transit detail. Now, the transit detail has historically been available to only some municipalities. So Forest Park police officers in their spare time can pick up extra hours that are compensated by the CTA. The union has the idea of expanding that to all municipalities to increase the numbers of professional police officers serving CTA, providing safe transit, rider experience as well as experience for the workers, improving worker safety. So we got behind that. We pledged to support that publicly. I pledged to support that publicly. And we're monitoring what happens in Springfield. We're urging our legislators to adopt that specific proposal of theirs. There are 2 bills at issue, House Bill 3438 and Senate Bill 2111. We don't know which will end up with the particular amendments, but we're keeping in contact with the unions and we're offering our input to our legislators. So it's something that you all may want to monitor in the coming days. This veto session ends on Friday. Commissioner Maxim referenced the West Central Municipal Conference dinner the other night. I serve on that group's executive board. Historically, the organization has had what's called affiliate members. The municipalities are the actual members. Affiliate members tend to be corporations that sponsor events and have some access to the membership, government officials. Lately, the WCMC has been contacted by the unions wanting to be affiliate members. So recently, the Carpenters Union contacted me to ask if they could become an affiliate member. We brought that back to the exec board. We found out that the laborers had made the same request. So now the executive director is recommending to the general leadership that unions be allowed to join as affiliate members. So if any of you all have relationships with various labor unions or service unions that would like to participate in WCMC, they could become affiliate members. Then the last thing I'll have is that on November 8th, the village will host the PT Man meeting at the community center. PT Man is the Proviso Township Ministerial Alliance Network. This is a group of Proviso area ministers. They come together to prevent information about services, about education, about businesses. It's sort of a clearinghouse for different service providers to come together. You might want to attend. It's a morning meeting. It's a breakfast and then followed by a business meeting with several presentations. But the benefit, much like attending, Chamber of Commerce events, the benefit is that you develop relationships. And one of the things that we found over the years is that having relationships with clergy can be important in times of crisis for the village. It's good partnership to have. So having said that, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion?
Yes, sir. And Nero will make that motion.
All right, is there a second? All right, Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Rigoven,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye, we stand adjourned.